Hello, this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we're doing algebra and I'm going to be showing you the distributive law. So sometimes we have algebraic expressions that have brackets in them, and the distributive law is a method that we can expand out those brackets so that we can just have terms added and subtracted together. So this is the law here. If A is our thing out the front of the brackets and B plus C are things inside the brackets, we can expand them by multiplying the A by the B. So we have A times B giving me AB. And then we also multiply the A with the second thing in the bracket, the C. So AC. So this is not really a formula. Don't memorize this, but it's just to show you how to do it. It's more of a process that you want to remember. So let me show you this process in these examples. Use the distributive law to expand each of the following. So I want to expand the 3 into this bracket here using that distributive law. I multiply the 3 with the first thing in the bracket. 3 times x, that would be. And the shortest way to write 3 times x is 3x. Then I multiply the number at the front with the second thing in the bracket. 3 multiplied by 2 gives me a positive 6. And that is my expanded expression. That's it. We just have to repeat that for all these other questions now. So let's do it again for question 2. We want to multiply 5 by k. That would give you 5k. Then we want to multiply the 5 with the negative 4. So a positive number and a negative number means this will be negative. 5 times 4 is 20. For 3, doing it again, 7 times by 2p. So 7 times 2 makes 14p. Then we multiply the 7 with the plus 1. 7 times a positive 1 makes a positive 7. Question 4, 8a bracket 2b minus 5. Multiply the thing outside the bracket with the first one. So 8a times 2b, multiply the numbers. 8 times 2 is 16, and the letters collect afterwards, a, b. Multiply 8a by negative 5. 8 times a negative 5 will make a negative 40, and we also have an A to put there. Question 5, negative numbers can be out the front as well. So we have a negative 4 times by a 3c. Negative times a positive means we'll have negative. 4 times 3 is 12c. Now for multiplying negative 4 with a negative 7. Minus and a minus multiplied together means I will have a plus. 4 times 7 is 28. 6, negative 2m times by m. Well, negative 2 is the only number for that one, so the negative 2 will be out the front. M times m makes m squared. Now for negative 2m times by 9, negative 2 times a positive 9 makes a negative 18 and an m. For these last two questions on the page here, we need to expand using our distributive law, but then we'll also be able to do some simplifying with this number here on the end. Let me show you. So 6 times w makes 6w. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, now that's the bracket expanded because this 11, it's not in the bracket, so it doesn't need to multiply with anything. It's just sitting at the end, minus 11 like that. But a few lessons ago, we learned about adding and subtracting in algebra and that we can collect like terms. Okay, now this is the only term that has a w in it. But these ones are both constant terms, and these two here can be collected up. So the 6w has to stay because it's different, but 18 minus 11 would be a positive 7, and that would be the simplified answer. Let's do that again for 8. Expanding out first of all, 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times a negative 1 is negative 4. And this 3x is just sitting here on the end. Let's write it down here. Now, looking for like terms, I have an x term here and another x term. So the x terms are able to be added here. 8x plus 3x makes 11x, and the minus 4 is different, so it's just going to sit there by itself. Okay, so that's the end of our lesson part today. Time for you to practice. So here's a few questions for you to try. Pause the video and give them a go. Expand and simplify where possible. So expanding for this first one, 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 1 is a positive 6. For 2, 4 times 3m. So 4 times 3 is 12m. 4 times negative 2 is a negative 8. 5y times z. So 5 is the only number there. It sits at the front. The y and the z sit after. 5y times 3. 5 times 3 is a positive 15. And we still have that y that needs to go in there. And for 4, h times 9k. Well, the only number is the 9. H and k will have to sit after. H times by negative 7. Well, we only have a 7 for the number, a negative 7, and we have a h for the letter. We just have to put them together like that. Negative 7h. Question 5 and 6 are our expand and simplify ones. So expanding out, 2 times d is 2d, and 2 times a negative 7 will make minus 14. Our plus 8 is sitting at the end. Looking for like terms. This is a d term and there's no other d term, so it's different, but minus 14 and plus 8 can go together. So 2d stays, minus 14 plus 8 would give me a minus 6. And for question 6, 7 times 3x